Oh, okay. I think this is live now. Okay, hi everyone, this is Lani, and I'm on the way to the Eat Well, Stay Well conference in Columbia, Maryland with Sharon McCrae and the whole team there. But I've got my Uber driver pick me up this morning, and I'd like to introduce you to him. His name is Neal. And Neal is not only an Uber driver for me today, if you can believe my great good fortune, I know.
Uber driver in quotes, okay? Only for today.
Only for today. Yeah, you can't call and request Neal when you do
your... I may not answer.
Anyway, I've got a spectacular surprise for you. He's turned on some music here, and as it turns out, it is music that Neal, Dr. Barnard, of course, with all due respect, you all know him, has composed. So we're going to turn this up for a second so you can hear. So tell us a little bit about this piece.
This is, I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
This is a traditional Vietnamese piece. It's a piece of music called By the Window, and it's about a woman who's waiting for her man to come home from the war or whatever.
Waited, yeah.
But it starts out with, I have my Vietnamese friends play it in the traditional way, and then we kind of rock it up. And it's a cross-cultural kind of thing, and it has maybe a little bit bigger message too, that there's a lot of misery and sadness in this world, and our job is to do what we can to counteract it and bring some beauty in.
And that's what you do for us.
That's the idea.
That's the idea.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. So you're presenting first this morning at Eat Well, Stay Well, and don't turn the music down.
All right, sorry.
More important to hear the music. So you'll be talking about healthy foods and healthy brains and inspiring us that way. Anyway, where could people get your music if they want to hear your music?
Well, aren't you nice? I have a couple of records. There's one that's been on the market for a while called Verdun. It's named for the French city where Verdun, there was a terrible World War I battle.
Yes.
You'll see my website, verdunmusic.com.
Okay.
Or you'll see, just go to Amazon.
Is that Verdun?
That's it. But you'll also see it on Amazon. That's the easiest.
Okay. So you can get CD?
Yep.
Yes.
However, I'm so happy with my new group of folks. I have a new band, a new CD called Carbon Works. That's it, Carbon Works.
Carbon Works.
You got it. It's coming out in about 2-3 weeks.
Oh, 2-3 weeks. And then while you're ordering
you'll see it all over Amazon, CD,
okay.
Baby, everywhere.
And you can also pre-order at the same time Dr. Barnard's next book, which
this is like home shopping, Lani. This is amazing.
We did.
Talk about using stuff.
Well, so what's titled your new book? Look, we got people here watching.
The new book. Are we live? Wow.
Yeah.
The new book. The new book goes to this thing that you and I have seen all the time, where people go vegan, but the one thing they miss is cheese. I have to have cheese. You hear people say that. So I wanted to know why that was, and I think we found out that it has to do with certain addictive components of cheese. And so I wrote a book called The Cheese Trap. The Cheese Trap.
And you guys, if you haven't seen the cover, there's a wedge of cheese with a little fish hook through it. Very clever. And I think Mary Lou Henner wrote your foreword for you.
Mary Lou, who I adore, talks about her own struggles with cheese that she, of course, conquered. And she just breaks it up with, she has been so effective at spreading the great word. And she was so kind to write a foreword for The Cheese Trap. So,
very nice.
And Drina Burton. You know Drina.
Oh, I was so excited to see that.
Drina did all the recipes for this book. And so for everybody who wanted to have a lasagna,
Drina Burton,
or a ravioli,
or anything
that doesn't have the cheese in it, Drina did all the recipes. And we've got little snippets from Tel Ronan at Crossroads in LA.
Yes.
And my pal Miyoko, who's
the cheese maven.
Yes. Exactly. And Michael Schwartz, who has Tree Line Cheese. They're all sharing their tips.
Oh, that's great.
It's in some ways the quirkiest, weirdest, funnest book I've ever written. But it tackles a very serious issue, which is people getting unhealthy and overweight and sickly from, frankly, too much cheddar and Velveeta and cold and everything else.
Yeah. Well, dairy was the last thing to go for me, and it's so long now that I don't really remember the cheese thing, but I sure did like it. So look at, people are asking, does someone have a question for Dr. Barnard that we could, about his music, about his book, about anything? Where are you going? Someone popped in as we're going to the Eat Well, Stay Well conference in Columbia, Maryland. So
let's tip our hat to Sharon McCrae.
Yeah.
Sharon is a longtime wonderful educator. She's one of our Food for Life instructors at DCRM. and she put on this whole thing today, and so Lani and I are going to go speak.
Yeah.
I think I'm like the first one, and you're the end of the day.
I'm kind of later in the day, but you know, Sharon's real special to me too. She and her family contributed a portion for the plant-based journey.
Yeah.
Because in the chapter for Rockstar, which is taking it to a bigger stage, we talk about family transition. So, and theirs has done such a good job, and the kids even wrote a part for the book. So, hey everybody, yeah. Oh, David Maddow's in here, and Teresa Rodriguez, and Vicki Adams. Hi everybody. Oh look at this, Sandy. Oh my God, in a car with Neal Barnard. How jealous am I? See, that's all these people have a crush on you. So yeah, we're kind of watching the road here. Anything else you want to say to the fine folks watching today?
I'm going to tell you about this song.
Okay, new song up. Remember, for those who just popped in, we have a composer next to us, and this is his latest release, which you can get on Amazon quite shortly. Carbon. It's called
Carbon Works.
Carbon Works.
We are all. I don't know if you're.
Wait a minute, something happened. Okay, it came back in. Oh, carbon units. Okay, yes, got it.
This is a Star Trek thing, where people were referred to as carbon units, and that's not what this is. But anyway, life forms are all carbon, so these are carbon.
True.
Units.
Okay.
Pretend there's logic there, Lani.
There is, because we're all just piles of carbon, basically, aren't we?
You could say that.
Yes. See, you know what happens? It says our connection is weak, but now it has not said that anymore. So, because we overpowered the weak spot.
So I wrote this song about back in the 1930s, when things were welling up in a hideous way in pre-war Germany. In 1938, there was an event called Kristallnacht, where suddenly people who had been neighbors for years all degenerated into violence, and the Germans broke the windows of their Jewish neighbors, breaking glass, and it was a deadly, hideous night. And I found myself reflecting on the fact that it wasn't just then, that there is all kinds of betrayal and cruelty in the world in various ways. So anyway, I wrote a song about that, and that's this one. It's called God Save the King. But it's a very sweet song with my friend Allegra playing violin and my friend Martha singing the song.
Where are you in this track?
I'm playing.
Can we hear you?
I'm playing the piano and the guitar. So.
In case you didn't know, we have an uber-talented Uber driver.
Anyway, you know, I wish I could actually play some music once in a while. Our work is so involving. Yeah. And as long as there is this work to do, I can't go back to doing music the way I did as a kid. When I was in medical schools, I always had bands and things.
So you go way back with us.
Well, ever since obviously. I was 6 or 7. Yeah. But
would you start with piano or guitar?
Piano and cello, and then I picked up guitar.
Oh, cello.
Well, my parents made me do all this stuff.
But aren't you glad? My parents made me do piano too, and it's done it's even the foundation of my fitness work, because I get rhythm.
It's a good thing. But because of the work we do, I allow myself to do one record every 10 years, and this is my 10th year. So.
Every 10 years, we got to change that, folks. By the way, someone just said, "Are you in England?" Because the driver's on the right. No, I think the picture's flipped. Oh, we could say we're in England. We can make up a good story here. Yes, he Ubered me all the way across the pond. So
interesting thought. No, we're right here. We're in Maryland. We're going up to Columbia, Maryland, where our good friend Sharon McRae has a fabulous all-day immersion.
Eat well, stay well immersion. So we're going to get immersed, and Del Stroof is going to be there with the cooking demonstration. We're going to do Dr. Joel Furman is going to Skype in, and Dana Sampler is there too. She's also co-organizer of the event. And who else is on our agenda? Oh, Gregor.
Yeah, Michael Gregor.
Finishing the day with Gregor, so he's going to come in with his madness and captivate the crowd.
Also, Michael's got his great new book. If you're the one person in the universe who hasn't seen How Not to Die, it's a great book.
And it just came out in Italian.
There you go.
So I've seen the Italian cover.
Pick it up in that language too.
Yeah.
So, by the way, let me also make a pitch. Once in a while, people who are new to all this are not aware of all the resources that they can take advantage of. And we have an online program called the Kickstart that I know a lot of you know about, where every day we send you an email with menus and recipes. And the next one starts just before the beginning of the month. So the new month is going to kick in a week or so. Sign up online.
Doesn't it start the 1st of every month? October 1st?
It starts the 1st, but we about 5 days ahead of time.
Oh, you count down.
We count you down. We get you ready. Anyway, you go to our website, pcrm.org, and sign up. But what I want to tell you, Lani, you may not know this, we just hit our 500,000th participant.
I didn't know that. No, last
we
time
had
I got a
500,000.
count was that. Oh my God. I'm one of the volunteer coaches for that, so it's very fun. It is. There's so many resources, and there's menus. There's a shopping list. There's a forum where you can get questions and answers, and I like to pop in there. So, and it's in several languages now. I know Jill was working on what we have: Indian, Chinese.
English is the beginning, but then it went to Spanish. We have lots and lots of Spanish participants.
Yeah.
Then we went to Mandarin, and then there's one for people from the Indian subcontinent in English, but Indian ingredients. So.
Excellent.
Here you
Okay,
go.
new track. If for those who came in late, this is Dr. Barnard's latest CD. And what are you playing here? Are you doing
That's me on the guitar.
Oh my God, he's madness on the guitar. So if you thought he just sat in his office with a prim bow tie, you had it wrong. Not that you wear a bow tie.
What this is about, it's about a little girl who grows up and becomes a samurai to help the animals. And it's a very hard rockin' song, but you should see the video that goes with it. It's just cute.
Where did we get to see the video?
Oh, it's all coming out. She's the cutest little girl you've ever seen in her little samurai outfit, and she's out there waving her sword to help animals.
So is every piece on this composed by you,
Yeah.
except for that one that you said was a derivative of another song?
That's right. Yep.
So where does he find time? I better clear up my language before I present today. Where does he find time for this? Hey, I know. I've long felt that are you actually Neal's evil twin, or are you really him? There's got to be more than one of him, right?
You know, it's important to have some fun with what you do. So for me, I'm not a big TV person. So at night, I love to write songs and things like that. And I have a lot of friends where we play together. And not a lot, but a little bit. We have
Coming
fun with it.
soon to a club near you.
Yeah,
Better watch for it. Headlining.
Well, don't I wish.
Do you have a name for your group?
It's called Carbon Works.
Oh, Carbon Works. Name of the CD and name of
It's all the same.
group.
Easier to remember that way.
Okay, so we are zooming down the road here to Columbia, Maryland for Sharon, Club McCrae, and Dana Simpler's Eat Well Stable Immersion program, and we had to check in and say hello to you. Let's finish up with some more music from Neal's new CD, Carbon Works.
Take up your sword, cut the chains through.
Tell us about the song.
It's about this little girl. You should see the video. She's in bed asleep, and she wakes up in a dream. And in her dream, there are all these musicians in her beautiful, pristine white bedroom. And one of them gives her her samurai sword, and she decides she's going to be a great samurai to save all the animals.
Oh,
that she
this
cares
is the
about.
same song.
It's the same one.
Oh, I thought it was, because we turned it up, I thought it was a new track.
That's the same one.
But that's good for people who came in late. So, where did you film the videos?
We filmed it in Virginia Beach.
Jeez.
And here
where
I
does
am
he
on
do
my
this?
guitar.
This